In the ruins of a once thriving city, despair settled like a heavy fog. The people, oppressed and weary, cried out for deliverance. Amidst this turmoil stood David, a young shepherd, his heart burning with faith. He envisioned a future free from oppression. His journey was not just against giants of flesh, but against the very fears that bound his people. The weight of their hopes rested on him. As he prepared for battle, David whispered prayers to the Almighty, seeking strength and a promise of victory over the darkness. As David whispered prayers, the air around him thickened with fear. Soldiers trembled, glancing at the towering figure of Goliath, their hearts heavy with doubt. Goliath's roar echoed across the valley, a challenge that sent ripples of dread throughout the Israelite camp. Their faith wavered, yet David stood resolute. David approached King Saul, his eyes burning with conviction. "I will face this giant. The Lord will deliver me," he declared, igniting a flicker of hope. Rejecting Saul's armor, David took only his sling and 5 smooth stones from the brook, embodying the simplicity of faith that overcomes fear. As David stepped into the valley, the ground trembled with the weight of both his faith and the immense Goliath, who laughed in disdain at the sight. David's voice rang clear, "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord." The stakes soared, resonating with faith. With a swift motion, David hurled a stone from his sling, striking the giant's forehead. Silence enveloped the field as Goliath fell, victory assured. An eerie silence followed Goliath's fall, the air thick with disbelief. The Israelite army stared in terror and wonder. David, calm yet focused, stepped closer. He had dared to dream of this moment, and now it was reality. The Philistines recoiled, confusion dawning. Their champion lay defeated, and fear gripped their hearts. The Israelite warriors erupted in cheers, courage igniting like wildfire. Their hearts surged with newfound hope. David grasped Goliath's sword, anointed by faith. It was more than a weapon, it symbolized triumph over fear. He turned to face his fellow soldiers, encouraging them with powerful words of faith and unity. Behind him, the terrain bore witness to a battle won, a field reduced to silence, save for the whispers of faith. As dusk settled, David reflected, recalling the times God had delivered him from beasts, emboldening his spirit. His memories were woven with prayer, trust in God's promises fueling the fire within his heart. Around the campfire, men gathered, sharing stories of their own struggles, seeing hope in David's victory. David's heart swelled as he listened, knowing each story was a thread in the fabric of their shared destiny. With the dawn approaching, David sensed a shift in the atmosphere, an awakening of courage among his men. He encouraged them to trust in God's guidance, reminding them of their heritage as warriors of faith. Together, they stood ready, a unified front prepared to face whatever came next, emboldened by the God of Israel. As the sun dipped low, casting long shadows over the valley, David stepped forward, the weight of destiny heavy upon his shoulders. The murmurs of the Israelite camp faded, leaving only the fierce growl of Goliath, towering like a shadow of doom over the trembling soldiers. Raising his sling high, David called upon the name of the Lord, courage surging within him like a mighty river, undeterred by the giant's fury. With a swift motion, he released the stone. It soared through the air, a divine missile destined for its mark, silencing the taunts of the enemy. The stone struck true, striking Goliath's forehead, and with a thundering crash, the giant fell, his roar of defiance silenced for eternity. A tumultuous cheer erupted from the Israelite ranks, a wave of joyous relief washing over them, their hearts ignited with newfound hope and faith. David stood triumphant, the humble shepherd turned hero, a testament to God's power, inviting all to trust in his unwavering might. As the cheers subsided, David stood before the crowd, heart full of gratitude. His faith soared, a reminder of God's unwavering power. Yet deep within, David felt the weight of new responsibilities. The crown of Israel awaited, a path fraught with trials and tribulations. With each passing day, his heart battled doubt, yet he sought God's wisdom. "Lord, guide me, for I am but a shepherd without your light." In that moment of surrender, a peace enveloped him. David knew that his victory over Goliath was just the beginning of God's promises.